Welcome back to Sound and Communications Viewpoint. 2 weeks ago we talked about green AV, and we're here to continue the conversation today. My name is Will Parry. I'm with SPL. This is Monti Carr, SPC. And
SKC.
I'm sorry, SKC. You're right. See, you're a competitor. That's why I
Very good.
That's right. When you're competitors, you have to, get a jab once in a while.
Yes.
We talked 2 weeks ago about some of the technologies that are going to allow us to do things in green AV to become more efficient in the buildings that we're involved with. Let's talk about the money. Let's talk about how this is going to benefit the companies that we work for and other companies in our industry, and how we can be socially responsible, at the same time as being economically viable. So do you have any thoughts on how green AV is going to benefit the industry and our companies?
Well, and this stems from a previous conversation where you mentioned much of your deployment efforts, you do as much in-house as possible to make those processes very efficient and impact the environment as such. And is your process such that you can measure that even at this point?
Well, we're adopting a plan that we had written for us by a consultant. And one of the things he's talking about is a cradle-to-cradle technology and using cradle-to-cradle implementation of buying materials. And we're trying to get with the manufacturers so that when we can ship back to them the boxes they ship the equipment to us in, so that box doesn't get thrown away.
Very good.
And we're trying to do the same thing with our equipment racks. When we build our racks, they go on skids, and then we put cardboard around them, and we're trying to set it up so that cardboard comes back. Instead of taking it and throw it in the dump, which is a complete waste. Why not reuse it again? It may not be perfect going out of there, but we can just say, look, this is good for the ecology. So we're trying to come up with systems that allow us to measure these things, because really that's one of the keys. You have to be able to show the difference between what you were doing, what you are doing, to really mark the progress you've made in the industry. But how about you? What are you guys doing?
Well, certainly we're following the same paths of trying to keep as much in-house as possible. Obviously, the impact is economical right away, quality certainly, and then to the client is less downtime. And I guess in a way, the less downtime for the client keeps them productive, keeps them busy, keeps them more profitable, which in a way kind of stems to this effort as well. But certainly those are the key items, and as we are a video conferencing company, huge amount of video conference use internally with our remote sales folks and day-to-day with clients as well. So very, very easy for us to do that. So I can't claim that it's something we're going out of bounds to do, because we do it every day very, very consistently.
Right, right. Have you had any chance to communicate with your clients about what kind of savings they're seeing by using your technology?
Immediate savings is the efficiency of their day. And again, that impacts their work day and how they get things done. And the value of the equipment these days is a must-have. It certainly was a luxury a few years ago, and,
that's right.
And if we have the budget, we'll go ahead and get it. But now we have to have these things to do our day-to-day business. So we're happy to have those solutions for them.
It's an efficient communications tool.
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
And it allows us to be face-to-face just like you and I are here, but without having to do the travel. So, Monty, what do you think it's going to take to get the manufacturers to be really focused on this and introducing products that are green, cradle-to-cradle technology as far as how they're made? They're going to be reusable. They're going to have a longer lifespan. They're going to be more energy efficient. I haven't seen a lot of that from a lot of manufacturers, just a few. What do you think?
I think it's twofold, actually. Well, our clients are driving us, and they're much more talented than they ever have been to provide technology, and they understand that technology for the most part.
Yep.
Makes our job more challenging and certainly more competitive. And I believe with the advent and organization of Infocom, that's bringing a lot of organization to our industry, is a huge voice, obviously. And they get their voice from gentlemen like us,
right,
that have thoughts
right,
and needs for our marketplace. And I think that's what will drive the manufacturers. At the same time, I think the manufacturers will jump on board and probably come up with some cool stuff too. And it'll be an interesting mix how that comes together.
Yeah, I mean, the whole concept of having reusable packaging right off the bat, it's not that hard to do. They do it in for a lot of large products right now, like mixing consoles. They often get shipped in an air freight case and they come back. That's logical, it's reasonable, it saves money. You know, one of the other things I was thinking about too is that if we could minimize the distance between where we manufacture the products and where we deliver them, then we will be effectively cutting down the amount of fuel we have to use to go to the job sites all the time. It may not be applicable in all cases, but it seems like that's a logical way to save some money and some time too.
Very much so, and I think that it's that kind of leadership and that recommendations that will also help those manufacturers and people in our industry. This topic is very wide open, and I think that kind of thinking is much appreciated.
That's an interesting point, Monty. We'll pick that up right after the break.
Meet the latest addition to Meyer Sound's Ultra Series of self-powered loudspeakers, the UPQ-1P. Just like all the Ultra Series products, it packages great sound in a powerful and compact unit, making every event or venue sound just right. Raccess proudly introduces the ECR-ST Steel Elite Converter Rack. Now with a spacious lift-up shelf adjustable to 8 different positions, turn the ECR into a podium. And with a side-mounted retractable shelf, you can support a laptop or projector. The ECR-ST Rack from Raccess.